This program explores conspiracy theories, speculative ideologies, science fiction, fantasy, philosophical discussions, and alternate interpretations of reality. Viewer discretion is advised, and we encourage critical thinking while engaging with these narratives. The economic impact of widespread AI adoption cannot be ignored. As automation replaces human jobs, wages stagnate and employment opportunities shrink. The rising cost of living, combined with a lack of stable income, leaves individuals in a constant state of financial anxiety. Inflation continues to climb, making essential goods and services more expensive, yet the job market does not expand at the same rate. People in their 30s and older, who have worked hard to build careers, suddenly find themselves struggling to stay relevant in an economy that increasingly favors automation. The traditional job market is crumbling, and those who were once stable are now forced to adapt to an unfamiliar digital landscape. The financial strain, combined with the uncertainty of the future, creates a perfect storm for widespread depression. Many workers are struggling to secure jobs, and on social media, an increasing number of people are speaking out about losing their jobs due to AI advancements. In China, the situation has already become dire when it comes to finding employment. The reality is setting in that entire industries are shifting, leaving many behind. With the rise of AI-driven services, human interaction is becoming increasingly rare. AI chatbots handle customer service, self-checkout stations replace cashiers, and automated assistants manage our schedules. Even social media, once a means of connecting with real people, is now saturated with AI-generated content, bots, and virtual influencers. For many, especially those who grew up in an era of face-to-face interactions, this shift is unsettling. Loneliness is on the rise as people find it harder to form genuine connections in a world dominated by digital communication. The lack of real human interaction contributes to emotional distress and a growing sense of isolation, leading many to question their place in this evolving society. Work has always been more than just a means of survival. It provides structure, purpose, and a sense of accomplishment. As AI takes over more tasks, traditional roles are disappearing, leaving many to wonder, what now? Without jobs to fill their time, individuals are left with an overwhelming amount of free time, which, rather than feeling like a gift, turns into a burden. Boredom, aimlessness, and a lack of motivation become common issues. When people have no purpose, their mental health deteriorates. Depression sets in as they struggle to find meaning in a world where they are no longer needed. The drive to innovate and push forward diminishes when AI does everything more efficiently than a human ever could. Some argue that a world without work could lead to a utopian society where people can focus on art, exploration, and self-improvement. However, the reality is far more complex. Without a universal basic income or a complete restructuring of the economy, the gap between the wealthy elite and the unemployed masses will continue to grow. The rich will own the technology, while the rest are left struggling to survive. Governments and corporations are not offering real solutions to these challenges, and instead they continue to push policies that create further dependence rather than empowerment. The idea of universal basic income, new forms of education, and alternative ways of finding purpose may sound appealing, but in reality, they do not address the core issue. Instead of fostering true independence, these measures could further erode personal freedoms, making individuals even more reliant on centralized systems that do not have their best interests at heart. The Great Depression of the AI era is not just financial, it is deeply psychological. As humans, we crave purpose, connection, and stability. If AI continues to dominate every aspect of life without proper planning and adaptation, the consequences will be devastating. We must rethink our societal values, redefine the meaning of work, and create a future where technology serves humanity rather than rendering it meaningless. If we fail to do so, we may find ourselves in an age of unprecedented depression, both economically and emotionally. Many people still fail to see or believe that this danger exists. They dismiss the warnings, thinking that such a future is far off or unrealistic. However, When the reality sets in and they find themselves trapped in a world where AI has taken over and their freedoms have eroded, they will cry out for help. But by then, it will be too late. The gates of hell will already be open, and they will find themselves living under a new world order.